Have you noticed that a lot of people are not able to do the hard things? When it comes to sadhana, I get very disappointed. Because most methods I think were prescribed for men, were designed for men. Because men like to do hard things, or men like to arrive at a place the hard way. That's a very masculine trait. Want to do everything hard. Okay, it's understandable. Nature's designed them like that. And probably it suits men to be hard. Yeah. But sadhana felt very hard to me at times because it was so full of discipline. So full of, oh, you have to wake up at a time. You have to do things at a time. You have to be a certain way. And this hatha or this tapasya is glorified. It's glorified everywhere. And then as a result, hardness becomes superior. Hardness becomes better. Toughness becomes, more valued. Agenda oriented, goal orientedness becomes very, very worshipped in the world. But somewhere, I think I suffered because I was not that kind of a person. I was this happy person, floating around in the world. And I don't know, I liked things easy. I liked easy love. I liked ease. Money that came with ease. Life which left me feeling at ease. I was not so ambitious. I was not so goal oriented. I was happy to grow some flowers in my balcony and sit up with a cup of tea or coffee and look at those flowers. I was very satisfied or fulfilled within. And I was experiencing bliss in so many ways that when someone questioned my method, what is my way, I have no answer. I have no answer because actually people are expecting some miraculous, I don't know that, I must have gone to some guru and I must have learned a practice that I must have done for a very long time. And I have some tapasya. I am not really. I have tried really hard to be one. I have failed time and again. And every time I've gone to some extreme method, I tended to lose my natural ease and blissfulness. I found that something that came very easily to me naturally got lost in these extreme methods. There I was really full of doubt. I used to wonder, is there something wrong with me? Am I good for nothing? I mean, I'm not too great in the world because, I can't build a company and I can't build things and I can't, stick to something for too long and I keep leaving things. And is there something wrong with me? How am I ever going to know God? Because everybody says you have to do all this to know God. And you have to do all this to be spiritual and you have to do all this to be divine. It was really difficult for me. And then, you get confused also. Because what is divine? What is spiritual? What is holy? What is bliss? Soma. Som. That secretion that happens in the brain probably, if for the lack of a better word, that is making you blissful wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whoever you're with. That certain quality that can take you to that inner bliss. And the more that bliss increases, it can increase. It becomes ecstasy. And I've experienced good effects. And you don't have to do too much for it. People are trying too hard now to even experience that in clubs. They have to go to a place, they have to pop a pill, they have to drink, They need the right kind of people around them. There's too much effort even there. I feel people are trying too hard to be blissful. Whether they're partying or they're becoming spiritual. They're very difficult paths. Because now there's so much to plan and so much to do and so much to give up that I feel in that process, a lot is lost. But nobody will admit it. Because I thought it was very easy. It should be the easiest thing. God should be easy. Enlightenment should be easy. It's not easy, then it should happen with ease. If I have to leave my ease, become diseased, to attain to God, then God is not a great thing to be attained. Right? Because that means God is something that is not easy. So we're heavily conditioned around all this. Heavily conditioned to, we carry ideas around God. We carry ideas around holiness, around spirituality, superpowers and this and that. Whereas I think bliss is the most natural definition, or ecstasy, which is like a heightened bliss, is the most natural state I think that the divine is. I don't think I have in my life experienced anything higher than that yet. So can there be only difficult paths to that state? Well, thank God, no. And that's why I want to talk about Soma, my upcoming program also, where you will learn methods beyond the traditional methods of sadhana to experience this state of bliss within yourself, wherever you are, whoever you're with, whatever you're doing. And that Soma is Chandra, or we call moon. You know, the moon is poetry. The moon is romance. The moon has its own beauty because everything is at ease now. All day there was action. But suddenly as the night sets in, the stars come out. The sky is glittering. We're all a little more romantic than we were during the day. Now there's time to relax, to ponder about the mysteries of the world. There's a certain pensiveness, a certain melancholy, a certain romance. And that's why all poetry is around the moon. All songs in India we sing around, somebody looks like the moon. What is this Soma? What is this bliss? What is this, the highest, you can say, aphrodisiac that is within? And we will explore many more ways of getting to that, which will resonate with a lot of people like me who are not particularly wired to do things the hard way. Maybe we can call it the feminine way to spirituality. Maybe we can call it the mystical way to spirituality. The mystical way, mystical path. The meandering path, not the straight path. Maybe we can dance, sing, write, taste, sensually experience the divine nectar, Amrita. So watch out. The link is in the bio. I think it's a beautiful course. I think it's a different program. Something that I think the world needs more of right now.